Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Memphis. Monday Night Raw returns with non-stop action, unmatched energy, and the superstars you love.
We don't get mad, we get even. We don't go home till we beat them. This is our time, we ain't leaving. We need to come undefeated.
Witness the moments you'll never forget. Monday Night Raw, Memphis. Monday, February 16th. Tickets and ringsider packages on sale next Friday.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
All right, I'm here. My name is Gary Parrish, speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio. We're at FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis. Bennett Doyle right there producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope, man, I just hope one day life won't be like this. All I want in this world, Bennett, I just want to watch the Grizzlies' best basketball players play basketball together. Is that too much to ask?
Yes.
I mean, I guess the answer is yes. It appears like it's too much to ask for. Because Zach Edey is out again, just as Ja Morant is presumably coming back. WTF. I don't know what to do. I mean, are we cursed? I don't know what to do. We'll talk about it momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. Jessica Benson is the host of the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. That's weekdays, 8 a.m. here on Grind City Media. She pops in studio with me on Fridays in the second segment, so JB will be here in about 20 minutes. Finish talking to her. We're going to take a break, come back, and do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we're going to discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories. Among them, former Michigan football coach Sherrone Moore is expected to appear in court today, 2 days after he was detained following an alleged assault, after he was terminated. In an interesting update, NBC Sports' Nicole Auerbach is reporting that Michigan officials were aware that Sherrone Moore was dealing with mental health issues, but athletic director Ward Manuel still fired him alone with no HR rep and no security present. And we now know it's been confirmed. After that happened, he crashed out pretty good, and that's how he ended up in jail. Insane story. We'll get you updated on it. We'll do that in about 40 minutes. The date is set for Lane Kiffin's return to Ole Miss in his first year at LSU. I'll tell you when he's going to return to Oxford. We'll do that a little later on in the show. The Falcons upset the Bucs on Thursday night football. Final score, Atlanta 29, Tampa Bay 28. God bless Al Michaels. He's a legend, obviously, but he seemed bored and almost disappointed when the Falcons won on a field goal as time expired. We're going to play that clip for you. We'll pay proper respect to a legend, but that was weird. We'll show it to you. We'll do that in just a bit. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow raised some eyebrows earlier this week by indicating he doesn't know how much longer he wants to continue to play the sport of football. Now, NFL insider Adam Schefter, he's weighed in on the situation, got Bengals fans concerned. We'll talk about that. We'll do it in the third segment. And the storied Memphis Louisville basketball series is going to renew this weekend at the KFC Yum Center. 2:30 tip on ESPN. I'll get you ready for it during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll eventually do GP's Carryout, and we'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to. But I did want to start with your Memphis Grizzlies because game 25 of a scheduled 82, it is set for tonight in downtown Memphis. Jazz Grizz inside FedEx Forum, 7 o'clock. Tickets are available. Grizzlies.com. And if you were hoping to see the Grizzlies go with their ideal starting lineup of Ja Morant, Jalen Wells, Cedric Coward, Jaren Jackson, and Zach Edey for just the second time this season, I got bad news. I didn't expect to have bad news for you on this Friday morning.
What's up?
I was looking forward to Friday. I told you that yesterday. But I got bad news. Zach Edey is out again. Mm-hmm. He's been diagnosed with a stress reaction in his left ankle and will not even be reevaluated for approximately 4 weeks after a period of, let's quote it, offloading and rehabilitation. Yes, this is the same ankle that Zach had surgery on back in June. He rehabbed that, played 11 games, and will now be sidelined for at least 4 weeks. And let's be honest, possibly longer. Good to see you on this Friday morning, Big Bet Bennett. I guess.
What's up?
Can you explain why every time we start to think things are about to get good, we're punched in the face with more depressing news?
I have zero explanation. And this one's just painful. This one's just painful. I'm still excited about the return of Ja, like hopefully tonight. We think tonight.
Officially listed as questionable, but we're hopeful.
Yes, we're hopeful. So I'm excited.
Somehow we still manage to muster hope around here, even when we keep getting kicked in the head.
But I just go back to that Cleveland game a few weeks ago when we did have 6 minutes of our ideal starting lineup.
Wasn't even 6 full.
Buddy, it was the best 6 minutes of the entire season. Like, I was like, oh, let's go. Like, they're going to do this.
Those are great 6 minutes.
Dude, that was the best 6 minutes of the season. It was incredible. Like, it just was. It was clicking.
And we didn't know at the time that we were only going to have it for that long.
We did not.
It was like, man,
we were spoiled.
It was like we were spoiled.
Yeah.
We didn't appreciate it in real time. We were like, man, minute 1 of this is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, minute 2, I'm feeling this. Minute 3, minute 4, minute 5. I know you can round up to 6. We never actually technically got to minute 6. We stopped short of that. But even then, in minute 5, we were like, I bet minute 6 is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for minute 7.
Right.
And then what about game 2? And then game 3 and game 4. And then we never even actually got to minute 6. We're 24 games into the season, and we haven't played 6 minutes with the ideal starting lineup. 6 minutes, Bennett.
It's painful.
I can make pizza rolls quicker than that. Good ones.
No, I mean, I feel bad for Zach because, like,
I feel bad for us.
I feel bad for us, too. But, man, he's been playing great. Like, he's just kind of been the revelation. And, you know, he comes back and they win games. Like, that's the biggest thing, and that's why this one hurts the most, is because the biggest X factor to winning games this season has been Zach Edey.
You could reasonably call him their best player.
Yeah. In this season, yes.
Why does this keep happening?
I know.
I was genuinely excited.
Yeah.
And you still should be. The Grizzlies are on a little winning streak, only 2 games below 500, surging, and Ja Morant is possibly returning tonight.
Oh, yeah, they can still win tonight, by the way.
Oh, you're favored by it. It's the Jazz. They're playing the Jazz. We're still going to win tonight. We don't need Zach Edey to beat the Jazz. The Jazz stink.
God, I hope not.
We don't need no Zach Edey to beat the Jazz. The Jazz stink. They don't even want to win. I mean, they'll act like they do sometimes, but you know deep down they don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
You know deep down they don't even want to win. You know, Will Hardy will get mad every once in a while.
I know.
He'll get mad every once in a while. That poor guy. I'd like to sit down with him.
Yeah.
I bet he's just got an interesting perspective on life. Do you see the story, by the way, where he went on a date with Kristen Cavallari?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said.
How about that, Will? Nice.
But she said, nicest guy in the world, not for me.
Okay.
That's what she said. But that sounds like more of a her problem than a him problem.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
She just doesn't want to move to Utah.
She just doesn't want to move to Utah.
Girl, yeah.
Southern girl. She want to move to Utah. So I'm just, because by most accounts, I don't want to say all accounts because I haven't talked to everybody, but by most accounts, that guy's a good basketball coach. People respect him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He people respect him. But he is set up to fail every night, like 3 times a week. That's got to be hard.
Yeah.
And I know the payoff is like, we believe in you. You're going to be here when
we get it right.
When we get it right, you're going to be here. But until then, we need you to keep losing games so that we can get us a Darren Peterson or an AJ DeBonsa or a Cameron Boozer or something like that. And I bet that's a hard way to live. Even if you've got real job security, I bet it's not fun going out and losing every night. I bet it's not fun being a 7.5-point underdog to a Grizzlies team without Zach Edey.
I would think not either.
You know what? But I don't care about that as much as I care about making him pay tonight without Zach Edey. But why are we doing this again?
I know, man. It hurts. It hurts.
I'm not even joking. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like there's a rule connected to the franchise that says you can't all be healthy at the same time. Not all your good players. Not all your starters. So you can have you can have Ja Morant. But when Zach Edey comes back, you got to lose Ja Morant. And okay, fine. Ja Morant will come back. But when Ja Morant comes back, you got to lose Zach Edey. It's like those are the stipulations. But they shouldn't be. It's not supposed to work like that. Tonight was supposed to be a night. We gathered in FedEx Forum to watch the ideal starting lineup, the one we want to see play for just the second time this season and for the 6th minute of the season. The opening minute of tonight's game was supposed to be the 6th minute that those 5 dudes played together.
Mm.
And then in the middle of a Thursday afternoon, they just ripped it away. And it just, so we can be clear, it does sound like it's just he's been hurting and swelling.
Yeah, DeMichael had the quote yesterday that Zach Edey said a week ago that he was at 85%. The quote was, "My ankle's still getting sore after I play, so I got to be careful with that still, but I'm feeling pretty good."
This sounds like, and then you saw the quote that his agent gave to Shams, and it feels like this is a collaborative thing. I don't want to speak for anybody, but you connect some dots. It feels like if this was Game 7 of the NBA Finals tonight, he'd play.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to keep going through life hurting every day.
Yeah, and
so let's offload. Let's just get off of your legs. Stop playing basketball, and let's offload. Let's rehab, and hopefully get you back to a better place where every time you go out and get a double-double, which is what he's been doing, every time you go out and get one of those, you don't hurt afterward. But this is also obviously scary stuff because he's a large man and it's a foot and a leg and lower body, and you don't have to do too many Google searches to understand that these things can be problematic and long lasting.
Yeah, you have to be careful. You have to be super careful with him. We've seen this affect guys his size and frankly in careers. The guys that have dealt with foot issues. Greg Oden's the example that comes to mind, right?
Well, Greg Oden had all sorts of stuff.
He had all kinds of
Yao
stuff.
Ming had...
Yeah, Al had foot stuff.
Yeah.
And again, like you just said it, like to be clear, it doesn't sound like he suffered some kind of major injury or anything like that. He's sore, and they're trying to alleviate that long term for him. And so
the quote from the agent was, "This is about his long term health."
Yes.
So sacrifice short term for a possible great long term. But it just sucks that we're here.
It does.
Nobody's arguing with the diagnosis. Nobody's arguing with the...
Oh, people are arguing.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean, there's wild stuff out there. But
I get it. This is one of those things where I can speak logically and sensibly to you, but then also say, but I get it. Like,
the frustration is...
It's a real thing.
It's understandable.
I'm frustrated.
Yes.
Okay, I'm frustrated. But I'm also, I hope, smart enough to know there are people in charge of all of this stuff making decisions that know more than I do and have more invested in it than I do.
Yeah.
All right. So if this is what they're deciding is is best. Perhaps they're wrong. You can't ever rule out the possibility that people are just wrong. But just know that the people who are making this decision with Zach Edey, they know more about it than you do, and they have more invested in it than you do. And I don't even mean you, because it sounds like you're talking down to people. Me. They know more about it than I do.
Right.
They have more invested in it than I do. It stinks that we're in this situation again. I understand the frustration. I'm frustrated too. Like, I don't want to say it ruined my day. Like, that's other things can ruin my day, but not that. Mm-hmm. But like, it took me from, hey, things are good, to this. It was like, really? It didn't ruin my day, but it impacted my mood. Mm-hmm. And I gathered that's also true with Grizzlies fans. And so you could be mad, frustrated. I understand all of it. I don't know who to be mad at other than like just the world.
Yeah.
Be mad at the world.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
half of the world's mad at the world all the time. Be mad at the world. I don't know that there's anybody specifically to blame, but I understand the frustration, and that's why I won't admonish anybody for being frustrated or for expressing disappointment or even anger. I get it. This sucks. You're a fan of an NBA franchise. You care deeply about it, and the best players are never all healthy at the same time. I don't think it's anybody's fault, but it is a real thing, and here we are again.
Yeah. You know, in the interim, because we're not going to have him for at least 4 weeks, we know that.
Yeah.
I would say, you know, I was talking to Roser about this, just talking about like the basketball side of it. Like, what are they going to do, right? Their lineup's obviously going to look completely different tonight. You know, Ja's probably coming back, and you lose the guy that's been your best player for this stretch that you've been winning games. I do not know if I would go back to starting Jock Landale at center. He's been so good with that second unit. I wonder if they should slot Santi in there. Like, Santi's been rebounding well this season, better than he has most of the season. We've seen that lineup with Santi and Jaren have success before.
So then slide Jaren over?
Yeah, and just, you know, he's obviously had a, you know, up and down stretch, but and it's the rebounding is just gonna be tough, right? Like, you're losing the best rebounder on your team. You're also losing like one of the other best rebounders on your team. You're going to talk about in a second.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
You might be losing the best rebounder in the world.
In the world, that's right. That's right. And I just, the people were so frustrated, like with Jock before Edey got back, and he was up and down and things like that. But he's just been thriving in that second unit, and they found something there clearly with that second unit that comes in, and I don't know if you want to mess with that, but smarter people than I will make that call.
I appreciate that you and Roser went that deep into it.
Yeah.
I never even got there. I'm just like...
You're just still hurt.
Like, I'm not exaggerating.
You're just still hurt. No, dude, we've got winnable games coming up. We have to try to win.
Michael Wallace, God bless him. I love that man. I park next to him every day. I try to park with nice.
Yeah.
We were talking just yesterday. It was 24 hours ago. And I was telling him, just so you know, I'm not lying. I was telling him, I was like, I know it's been a rough start and down 4 point guards and all that stuff, but like, he not interrupted me. That implies he did something wrong. He just sort of, I think he saw I was rambling and he decided to jump in. He was like, it feels like a reset, doesn't it? I was like, it does.
Oh, this was
It felt like a reset. Yeah. Like,
it's still like Ja's coming back.
Yes.
That's obviously a reset. That's huge.
Yes. But
I know, man.
Think of Christmas.
It was like Christmas. It did feel like Christmas was coming early.
You asked for 5 presents. They've been under the tree all week, and you're certain you're going to get to open all 5 of them. And you know exactly what they are. And man, you've been looking forward to this for a while. That's where I was.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody took one of my presents.
Yeah.
And maybe my best one. Somebody took my best present.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
That's what they always say.
He'll be back.
And then somebody else.
No.
You say that.
I just
prove it to me.
I can't.
I know you
can't.
I know you can't. That's the problem. You can't prove it to me.
Do it.
I want to believe. 24 hours ago, I was sitting here talking to Michael Wallace about a reset. How excited I was. Somebody took my present, my best one, maybe.
Yeah.
My biggest present and my best one. You got 5 little presents underneath the tree, and the biggest one stands 7'4".
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen a 7'4" present wrapped, bow on top?
I don't think so.
I actually don't think I have either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But think about it. Imagine it. You got a big imagination.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
yeah.
It's been sitting under the tree. And here comes your other little, like your little fastest present.
Yep.
Somebody just put it under the tree. And it's like, look at everything under the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these 5 presents under the tree. Man, on Friday night at 7 o'clock, you're going to get to open them against Kristen Cavallari's ex-boyfriend. And now look, somebody took our biggest and best present. Damn. It just hurts, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I know you say it'll be different someday, and I want to believe you, but you can't prove it to me.
Team rebounding.
Tonight's a night for team rebounding.
Team rebounding.
We're going to need our guards to rebound.
Team rebounding.
Oh, by the way, if we need our guards to rebound, I got more bad news.
What's up?
John Conchar is also hurt.
He's pretty good at that. That is like, God.
What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? He's got a UCL tear.
Yeah, he's one of the best rebounding guards on the team. Well, he probably is the best rebounding guard on the team.
Hey, next man up. You got to have a next man up mentality.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see if Jessica Benson can cheer us up.
You want to bring her in here?
I guess so. I don't know what else to do. JB's up next.
Southland Casino Hotel is helping you navigate to Santa. Win your share of over $550,000 in free play and a brand new Lincoln. Here Comes Santa takes flight on Saturday, November 1st, when you can begin earning entries. And don't forget the grand finale drawings on Saturday, November 29th and Saturday, December 27th to win a share of over $40,000 in free play or a brand new Lincoln. Win big during Here Comes Santa, only at Southland Casino Hotel.
Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
The Grizzlies are the one thing everyone in the family can agree on. So join us every Sunday this season for Sunday Family Fun Days. It's a steal at just $35 and includes a ticket to the game, a $10 food voucher, post-game free throws on the court, and a meet and greet with mascot Grizz. Space is limited, so grab your tickets now for this unique experience your family won't soon forget. Go to Grizzlies.com/Sunday and have a fun day. We are doing fantastic.
Oh, hi, I'm the Grinch for those who live under rocks.
We welcome you to Memphis.
Well, thank you for having me.
When did you get to Memphis?
Just the other day. I was
do you
here,
travel?
I felt, my sleigh, obviously,
course,
take it all the way down.
Of course.
And then yesterday, I ran around everywhere. Yesterday, I went to the Peabody Hotel. I got to make sure all the ducks got into the pond.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Welcome back, Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South. We're inside the Built Ford Tough studio, and on Fridays in the second segment, I'm joined by Jessica Benson. She's the host of the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, weekdays 8 a.m. Grind City Media. She's right here. Hey, Jessica Benson, how are you?
Hi, Gary. I heard you say maybe Jessica Benson will cheer us up.
Try, do your best.
I can't. I was out there working on a
I feel
crossword
like
puzzle to try to like numb my brain.
I feel like you have the ability to be.
Oh, that's sweet.
Not that your neutral position is
Right.
chipper necessarily.
Sure.
I'm not trying to judge you, but like I feel like you have the ability.
I'm an optimist at heart.
I think that's what I'm trying to say. I think you're an optimist at heart. I think I'm the opposite of that at heart.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But so be optimistic. Help.
Ja Morant makes his return
Tell me something
tonight.
that'll make me feel better than I feel.
We see Ja Morant dunk on someone's head.
That'd be
the
nice.
conversation coming out of the weekend is, holy moly, Ja was great. The Grizzlies have a real, if Ja plays like that, the Grizzlies can get through these 4 weeks.
Okay.
No one will talk about the fact that it was the Jazz, because we always do that. We just kind of like push aside who the opponent was. But yeah, do something tonight where
you're
big
doing
return,
you're
12,
doing okay.
12
You're doing a
day,
good job.
12 on 12, 12.
12 on 12, 12.
And that becomes the main conversation
That's pretty good.
coming out of tonight. I think it'd be great.
And I don't even think that's.
It's not out of the question. It's not far-fetched.
It's not even unlikely. I think that's a likely scenario. Ja comes back, plays well. You beat the Jazz because everybody does that.
You see something awesome, either a pass or a dunk.
I'll tell you.
Ask too much.
I mean, it didn't used
I know.
to. Think about this. Which
I'm fine. Like, I'm all for protection of the body. I think it's important.
You
but
are wondering out loud
if asking
Ja Morant to dunk on a Friday night is too much. That's where we're at.
I know.
We used
but
to.
he's coming off a calf strain. I care more about his calves than the dunk, so just make it a sick pass. Remember when he passed from his butt? I was thinking about that the other day. That was so cool. Do you remember that, Bennett?
I do
when he
remember
threw the
that.
alley-oop
That
from
was
his butt.
awesome.
I wouldn't mind seeing a butt alley-oop.
Or like a full court baseball pass to Cedric Coward
I
for
wouldn't
a
mind
dunk.
seeing a full. Hey, I enjoyed your interview with Cedric Coward.
Thanks, he was great.
He is great. He's great.
I could say that 100 times and it gets overplayed, but he is awesome to talk to, and that is a very special quality for someone his age.
He's great.
Yeah.
Like at that age, I would say at any age, but especially at that age. You know, I spend my life talking to. I was about to say something that sounded awful.
Young men.
I was going to say
Gary Parrish. Clip it.
Whoa.
Gary Parrish spends his life talking to young men.
That's not even what I was going to say. I was going to say I spend my life talking to 21, 22-year-olds, and that's like you don't.
Oh,
want
that could be.
You don't want to say that.
No.
But I talk to young people a lot because my job requires it, and he's top 1%.
Yeah.
He's really good. I thought the quote he gave you, I think he said Jock told him, you're either a 40-year-old rookie or a 22-year-old veteran, and that made perfect sense to me.
I ran down to social media, Steven, after the interview wrapped up, and I said, there's a lot of really good stuff in this, but the one thing that I will remember, and we should get on social, is Jock said he's either a 22-year-old vet or a 40-year-old rookie.
And he sounds that way, and it doesn't. Sometimes I hear young people trying to sound mature. Like they're faking
this
it
isn't really
almost.
An act.
And I don't think it's an act.
Honestly,
I think this is who he is.
If there's one knock on it, it's almost that he's too.
Yes.
I don't want to say that because I disagree with that being a thing. But you will hear people who say, "Oh, what are you, a politician? You have a perfect answer for everything." But I thought that interview was a really good example where, like, he got off script. He talked about things in a way that he cared about, and you see his personality because he has a personality, along with the fact that he does have an innate ability to say the right thing when asked about it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's an act. I think that's who he is.
Not.
And everybody.
I never say that definitively, but based on every interaction I've had with him, that's what you've gotten.
I'll tell you one where I feel a little embarrassed by it looking back. Nobody remembers this or cares, but it's in my head forever.
Okay.
Sean Banks came to Memphis. This is before you were here. But he had.
You were going to say before you were born.
I mean, it might have been before you were born. I mean, we can do the math on it.
That was like 2000, wasn't it?
It was
2002, something like that.
5.
Yeah.
2000. I would think 2004, 2005. That was the team.
On the cusp of high school.
He had a troubled background.
Yeah.
He was legitimately described by law enforcement officials as a gang member.
Okay.
All right. He had burned a gang sign into a teenager when he was in high school. So that's the background. And it's funny, Jason McIntyre, who ended up running the big lead.
Yes.
Okay, you know this person. He's on TV now.
Yeah.
He's a big TV star.
He was great on Twitter, too.
Okay, yeah. He was a high school writer at the Bergen Record, I believe.
Amazing.
I have a million
I love
stories
like that.
He was a high school prep writer at the Bergen Record. in New Jersey, I believe. And I was the Tiger basketball beat writer at the Commercial Appeal. And this is where we connected.
Okay.
Isn't that funny?
Yes.
So, and he was like, I don't want to quote, I don't want this going anyway. Like,
Sure.
I don't remember. I remember him saying, I can't believe they're taking this guy.
Okay.
Why? And John Calipari was at this point in his career, it was like he would recruit the Amari Stoudemire and then not get him. Kendrick Perkins, and then off to the NBA. John knew, I think, that at Memphis, he was trying to get that type of guy, but you couldn't. This is why he left for Kentucky. You could get at Memphis, you couldn't go beat Duke necessarily, and Kentucky and Kansas necessarily for players, but you could get the troubled ones. So, hey, nobody thinks Amari Stoudemire is going to college, so they're not recruiting him. Well, I'll recruit him. I'll try to get him. Didn't work. But that's how you end up with Sean Banks.
Okay.
How can I find somebody this talented to get to come to Memphis? Well, it might need to be a gang member. All right. So anyway, he enrolls him. And boy, this is a long way to get to a very...
I'm really interested in how this all ties together.
This is a very long way to get to an insignificant point. Okay? I'm regretting this already. I hope you like story time because that's what we're doing.
Okay.
I ended up writing a story freshman year, Sean Banks. And I sit down with him, and I was just impressed by him. And he was like, I was like, so what do you do in your free time besides burn gang signs into teenagers? Besides that.
You didn't say
I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. Besides that, what do you do? He's like, I really enjoy playing chess. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And so next thing you know, I'm writing a story about Sean Banks is...
Not who you think he is.
Yeah. Oh, he was exactly who you think he is. And I felt stupid. All these years later, I'm the only person on the planet who remembers that story, but I remember it as being fooled. Like, and that's when I made a point then, just to, as long as you'll just cater to me. Fast forward several years, I'm at CBS and I'm working with Jeff Goodman.
Okay.
And Jeff wants to do a story, I want to say at the time, where Blake Griffin was in college. And he was like, look at this All-American team and all of these players. Like, isn't this interesting? They're all great guys. Like, we should do a story about how all of the All-Americans, like the 5 best players in college basketball, are all great guys. And I was like, I don't know those people.
Yeah.
I interviewed Blake Griffin twice. I don't know if he's a great guy. I mean, I think he might be, but I don't know that. But it was because of the Sean Banks thing. I felt like he was pretending to be something he's not, and I fell for it. My point is that when I hear Cedric Coward talk, I told you it was a long way to get there. I don't feel like he's faking it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's who he is. And everybody I know who knew him before I ever heard him speak, they say the same thing about him. Like, this really is who he is.
I had the opportunity just briefly to even talk to his mom at a game and just listening to her. It just feels like it's all there. That's a funny story you share because something that always
I apologize
just like
for sharing
grates
with
in the
you.
back of my head because I am someone, back to the optimist side of life. I really do like to see the best in people. Like, I operate from that standpoint.
Yeah.
I don't come at relationships from this person's out to get me. I'm going to think there's something weird. Or this person's a troubled person and I just don't know and they're putting on an act. Like, I'm a pretty trusting person, which sometimes is wild. Because you go through stuff in life and you're
it'll backfire on
why
you.
do I still trust people after
This
A, B, C, D, E, F, G happens? But I think it's a more fun way to go through life, a happier way to go through life. That said, I had an agent tell me once, and she was like, I want to give you a note. You have to stop calling people great guys, great girls. You don't know these people.
That's smart.
She was like, you do not want there to be a clip of Jessica Benson talking glowingly about what a great person. She goes, you can talk about their skills. You can talk about how they were specifically in an interview, but you don't know them.
That's
and if they come around and pull a Sherrone Moore at some situation, you're on record of saying, well, I said he was a good person.
Right.
And you just don't know them. It is a weird
I try
thing.
not to talk about people in that way that I don't know.
Yes.
I say he's clearly a uniquely talented this or a gifted that, but I don't get into good guy, bad guy
Even
stuff
celebrities,
too much. I don't
like
know.
in this world of like stan culture and kind of like parasocial relationships with people online, you still have to be, you really don't know.
I mean, there was a time you could find it on YouTube. Like, we were asking Diddy to come on stage so we could give him an award to talk about how great he was. Like, that's the real thing.
Yeah.
Not that long ago.
I know. I know. Anyway, Cedric Coward seems great.
He does. Maybe this is going to backfire on the whole. Hey, Cedric Coward.
Please don't let us down.
Don't let us down, man. Be a good dude. Can you be a good dude?
I hope so.
He seems like a good dude.
It is one of those the kind of underlying currents of the entirety of this season to go back to making us feel better.
Right.
No matter what this season, I feel like I have to knock on wood and cross fingers because like someone will lose a toe or a thumb. But you constantly have I get to watch Cedric Coward develop in his rookie season. And that is something to genuinely hold on to. And talking to other teams who come in, how they talk about Cedric Coward, it is a special thing. And so that is one other positive. Every night the Grizzlies play basketball is a chance for Cedric Coward to get better.
And I love that you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love that you revisited the Kawhi Leonard moment.
Yeah.
And just got him to expand on that a little bit.
Well, I liked what you had said when we had you on the show on Monday. Just the idea of the kind of person who seeks that out. I'm not really the kind of person I would be uncomfortable. I would come from a place of, I don't want to inconvenience this person. I don't want to bother this person. But there is a great leadership quality that comes out from somebody who is willing to go up to someone they look up to, someone who has a reputation for not being the most talkative guy in the league, and says, I want to make sure that I speak to you.
Right.
And I thought that was when you brought that up, I was like, yeah, you know what? There aren't very many people who do that.
I wouldn't do that.
I would never do that.
I couldn't do that.
I wish that I could.
I do too.
I've done it in my head many a times.
Yeah.
I'll see, like,
I have to when I do it.
Yeah.
I have to make myself do it.
I feel like I'm going to throw up.
I have to all right, just do it. Just go. I have to talk myself in. And I know that sounds crazy to anybody who just watches this stuff because I'm just in here talking and whatever. But no, outside of this show, I have real hangups up here. And I am not the type of person who could have, as a 22-year-old rookie, approached Kawhi Leonard to ask if I could spend time with him when all indications are he doesn't want to spend time with anybody.
Every time there is a Grizzlies nationally televised game, or often, there is, and because this is the way we do it.
There's a sideline reporter.
It's usually a sideline reporter who's a woman.
Yeah.
Who I should go meet.
Yes.
And introduce myself to.
And you don't do it.
And I cannot make myself do it. Of course I should do it. I've been talking to, God, this is my 5th season with the Grizzlies, and I still go through this mental workup.
It's the first thing I tell everybody.
Yes.
Every once in a while, somebody will reach out to me, or we'll have runners or production assistants, and they go on to be like these people who are doing like production assistant jobs and like stats jobs at CBS Sports. That's not their goal. Their goal is to be on camera someday. This is how they get in the door.
Right.
And so you develop relationships with these people. And my thing always is like, okay, so you're a college reporter and you're going to be at this game for your college television station. Also, I'm only saying this name. This isn't her job anymore. But when Jamie Erdahl was a sideline reporter, I was like, I know Jamie. This is her number. She's great. Text her. Go meet her. See if you can get a cup of coffee with her. Like knowing these people is that like it's incredibly helpful.
Right.
And you can just pick up on things whether you know you're doing it or not.
Right.
And so you know what you should be doing,
of course.
But it's hard for you to do. That's my point.
And you want to know why it's hard for me to do. And I think it's one of the reasons where, like, if someone young reaches out to me, I answer. If I didn't answer, it's literally because I missed it, and it was at a peak busy part of my schedule, and I just completely slipped
and that
the
happens
brain.
It
happens.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, it happens.
But like a real like stress on. I don't want to overstate it, but somehow my email got wiped out a few weeks ago. Like every email that I had just got gone. I don't. I'm sure I did it, but it's gone.
Oh no, the email gremlins came and
right. I'm sure it was me.
Emails.
I'm not blaming anybody else. I'm sure it was me, but it's gone.
Yeah.
And there was like a handful of emails in there that I was like, I'm gonna get to that.
And you didn't.
And
now they're not there.
And I'll never answer them. And so I want to say, if
I say this all the time.
That's what happened. But I try to respond, especially to young people, particularly young people in the profession.
But you want to know why? Because I had some really bad experiences, or not really bad, but experiences where I was left feeling like I had inconvenienced someone by asking them for help, or had felt let down by someone who had similar, like, if you don't hear from me, contact me again.
Right.
And you send those 3 emails, and it's someone who you met out at an event, and you were like, oh, Because when you're young, especially in this business, you're just looking for it's who you know, not what you can have all the degrees and experience and clips and whatever. But sometimes you just need to know that right person. And you'd be like, you agonize over one email. Just it has to be perfect, and you send it, and you wouldn't hear anything. And then you send the follow-up, you wouldn't hear anything.
This is making me feel horrible.
And I'll see these people now as a working media person. Right. Sometimes I'll see some of these people, and I'm just like, if I went up to you and told you this story, like how I would never want to. And again, not wanting to make someone feel bad, but it totally shaped how I go about feeling I can interact with other people in the business.
But you know now. I don't want to speak for you, but I assume you know now.
Of course.
They just missed it.
Of course.
There might be somebody who was like, F her, boom. But most people just missed it.
Probably. Ugh. Yeah. USC? Ugh.
Yeah.
I had brown hair then, so, no one wanted to do it.
Hey, I don't know if you've been following the news this week, but the blonde hair seems to...
I think it elevates. I tried to go back brunette at one point, and I was like, no, this isn't going to get me far in life. And apparently that sticks to it. Anyway, back to the Grizzlies.
Back to the Grizzlies.
I'll be there tonight. Bennett will be there tonight.
Yes.
Zach Edey's going to be there tonight. He just won't be in a uniform.
Yeah.
But he'll be there. Him. You can still see Zach Edey tonight at FedEx Forum.
My husband has little brother as part of the...
Yeah.
I never know how to say it.
Big brothers, little brothers.
Thank you. But isn't it big brothers, big sisters?
Big brothers, big sisters.
Yeah, okay. But he has a little brother.
That's sweet, by the way. Tell him I said that.
I will. It is very sweet.
You can maybe change somebody's life.
The program actually went away, and he maintained his...
Hold on. We don't have big brothers, big sisters anymore?
I don't know. It's something.
Did Trump do that?
No. Not the program in its entirety. There was something with the Memphis chapter.
Oh, it sounds like something he might do.
There were a bunch of roadblocks. And I'm very proud of my husband for going... all these roadblocks come up where he had every opportunity to eject out of this. Right. And instead, he's now been with this kid for 3 years, which is very cool. So he was at the
So do
game.
you know the kid too? You know the kid too?
Yeah.
You see the change?
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, it's so fun.
My buddy Mark does the same thing.
It's so cool. I mean, I understand from a parenting perspective how wonderful it is. And this is, Chris sees him once a month. I see him once every 3 or 4 months. And it's just wild, how they grow up. I do the Grizzlies mentor program, so I've seen it now too. I have these 8th grade girls this go around who I had in 7th grade. And we were just doing our end of semester check-in. And I'm so proud of them. It's wild.
Well, what it helps you realize, I hope, is that so often, particularly in this city, is people get labeled and described in all sorts of ways.
Yes.
And in truth, a lot of times, you just need somebody to care about you.
Yeah.
You just need somebody to care about you. Kids just need people to care about them.
Right. And this kid has a wonderful family, but his mom, I think, is 4 siblings, and his mom works,
hard.
and so
it's hard.
And they don't. His dad's out of the picture, and so wanting some male leadership in life. And Chris Luther is just a giant kid himself. Because he took him to the Clippers game the other night, and I jokingly, because I did a walk-off interview, and I said, did you and Ahmad stay and see the end of the game? And Chris goes, yeah, we stayed. No, Ahmad doesn't care about you on the Jumbotron. He wanted to go get a selfie with Zach Edey, and he got one as Edey was walking off, and it just made his entire night. Of
course.
And I do think Edey is ascending.
That's a memory he'll have forever.
Edey's ascending into this.
Yes, he's a thing.
Yeah, he's a thing. And that's not to say that not every player is valuable and a thing in their own right, but people will start seeking out opportunities to get selfies with Zach Edey where they can go home and say, you'll never believe who I got to see at the game tonight. Zach Edey, he said hi to me, and he took a selfie with me.
He's registering in a way that you don't have to be a Grizzlies fan or an NBA, even an NBA fan, to know that, he's doing it.
We talked about this as Ja ascended.
Right.
When he started getting Ja chance at opposing arenas, you were like, this is different. This doesn't happen to everybody. And I do think Edey has that trajectory.
So just this morning, I'm doing the Island College Basketball Podcast with Matt Norlander, who, follows sports, but he's not I don't think he's living and dying every night with the NBA.
Yeah.
Certainly doesn't care anything about the Grizzlies other than the guy he does the podcast with lives here. And even he was like, so Zach Edey's been amazing, and Zach Edey's now hurt. He's aware of these things that are happening. And so he really has gone from the 2-time National Player of the Year with big question marks as an NBA player to, no, he's an NBA player who matters and may be the best player from his draft class. That's the thing that, when you go back 5 years, assuming everything goes okay with that left ankle, You
he can take mine.
Yeah, I give him mine right now.
I don't think it's very strong. But
I don't think my ankle would work on his leg. I think my ankle's probably.
Mine might be a little small.
I think mine's probably small too.
A weak.
I think mine's probably weak and small.
But yeah, I mean, NBA players get injured every day, and it's not a big enough story that casual fans or non-NBA fans hear about it. And I think most people heard yesterday, Zach Edey got hurt. That stinks. And here in Memphis, it was like, oh my God. You said it didn't ruin your day. It ruined my day.
I just wasn't trying to be hyperbolic.
That's so great that you have the maturity and the wherewithal to say, I'm not going to
When I say it didn't ruin my day, I meant, I still had dinner. I still watched Iowa State.
Oh, my day can be ruined and I can still eat.
I still watched a football game, and then I
watched the football game and the the last Stranger Things episode.
Yeah, I got caught up I'm caught up completely on Pluribus.
I'm one behind. Did you like last night's episode?
Okay, I haven't got that one yet. But I'm through the first 6.
Because I think it was Van Lathan, Pluribus is really testing me, and I was like, oh no, not another. But then I saw 6 tweets of that was one of the best episodes of television I remember watching. In a long time. We're on the same boat.
We're at the same place. I think it's great.
I really am enjoying it.
It took me.
It's slow, but
it took me
like
2 episodes to be like. This is episode 1. I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Episode 2, I was like, I don't even know if I want. It took me a week to get through episode 2.
Okay.
But by the time I was done with episode 3, I was like, now let's go 4, let's go 5, let's go 6. I'm in it now. I'm ready to go.
Me too. Even though not a lot happens every episode.
But that's the same
thing.
But
I'm okay with it.
That's the same thing. Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Did you watch Better Call Saul?
No.
Better Call Saul was very slow.
Yes.
Very slow.
We watched the first 2 episodes of Better Call Saul.
Right.
And then never went back to it. I think we ended up.
And it's amazing. If you could just do it, if you can get to the end, you'll be like,
that was an amazing television show.
That was a great television show, but it burned a little slow for some people. Perhaps this is that. It didn't ruin my day, the news yesterday. Okay. I didn't want to be hyperbolic, but it did make me go.
Congrats.
It did make me go like what?
I threw my phone on the couch.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. Like
genuinely, I just go, come
what
on.
And
what? Then I
really?
texted.
It was one of those.
All of a sudden, the texts are blowing up.
Yes,
like,
it was that. Man. It was like. How does this happen again?
It's one of those things that feels so improbable, given that when Zach Edey came back,
Ja Morant left.
Ja left, and now Ja is coming back. And Edey,
that's the part that's crazy.
That's not supposed to happen.
No, it feels like
if you wrote that into a movie script, an editor would come back and say, "This is implausible. You should have someone else get injured if you want that to be a
right." I understand what you're trying to do here, but having the same guy come back and it's the same 2 players, and
what metaphor is this?
One comes back and the other one leaves, and then he comes back and then leaves. That's a little too let's mix it up a little bit. It's just that's the way I felt. Like, what are we doing? Why is this happening again? It's almost like there's a rule connected to the franchise that says you can never have your 5 best players available. All right? And I know, I'm not joking. It was this time yesterday. Michael Wallace, with darker hair than yours, was sitting in that chair. And we were like, yeah, man, this feels pretty good.
Mike and I had just done our Grizz Weekly update, which got scrapped.
Yes.
Because my famous line of, did you know the Grizzlies have only had 6 minutes this season where Ja, Jaren, and Z, and finally we're going to add to it.
But that's the thing. The whole 6-minute thing had become a thing that everybody knew. How many minutes have the Grizzlies' ideal starting lineup played together this season? 6. You got to round up to get there, but it's 6. We all knew that, and it was like, man, I can't wait for minute 7, and it's coming Friday night. Minute 7 comes Friday night. I don't know why it took to game 25 to get to minute 7 of your starting lineup playing together, but we're here now. But we're here now. And then we're not. We're not here now. We're never here now.
I know. God. We have a very regimented schedule in our household, like Monday through Friday. Chris gets home from work. We work out. We eat dinner. We watch either if sports are on, the sports.
You don't have to break up kids fist fighting?
No, not at this time, which is fantastic.
You don't have to clean up a nosebleed in the bathroom?
Nope. I'm good for now.
Okay, you don't have to.
Sometimes I have to clean up strangers' dogs' poop.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's tough.
You get paid for that though, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
I do. You don't get paid for the nosebleeds.
Do you ever have to put up cereal bowls that ain't got nothing to do with you?
No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, your life's pretty easy.
It's pretty good.
Sounds like you got it
But
made.
we're very committed to the schedule. And last night,
I think when I get all people below the age of 18 out of my house,
you'll commit to the schedule.
I'm gonna get back on track.
Well, you'll be back on track, and then you'll get a Grizzlies medical update. And I texted Chris. I was like, I'm cranky.
Yes.
I was like, I just want to warn you before you get home. I'm in a bad mood. I've had a day, and this just made it worse. And I've had a day. And he got home. He said, how about we skip the workout and go out to dinner? And I said, hell yeah.
So you had a good night.
Yeah, we ended up eating next to Yusuf Nurkic at Catherine and Mary's.
How about that?
How's he doing?
He walked in and Chris goes.
Bennett wants to know how Yusuf Nurkic is doing.
That's a basketball
Can you tell
player.
Bennett how Yusuf Nurkic is doing?
Tall.
He's tall. He's doing
He's
tall.
still tall. He looked jovial.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's at the bar. Catherine and Mary's redesigned. First time in there since they did
I
their
haven't seen
renovations.
the
It's
redesign.
absolutely beautiful. Had some great pasta. Mm-hmm. Had some carbs and a glass of wine, and my day wasn't so ruined after all.
Okay.
I guess we came back around.
Well, good for you.
I know.
Hey, your husband made the day better.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And my husband and Yusuf Nurkic.
And he's a big brother.
He is.
Man, you think you did good.
Oh yeah, he's a good one.
It
He
sounds
cooks for
like
me.
it.
He makes our bed every day. I'm like, what did I do right?
What? Well, I was going to ask you what you did
What
right.
did
but
I do right? I found him.
You dyed that hair.
Yeah. You know what? He does joke about that all the time. He goes, I met a brunette, but I married a blonde.
Is that right?
Like, ew, you're creepy. Go away.
Does he have a preference?
I don't think so. I mean,
bet
we
he
fell
does.
in love when I was.
I bet he does.
Well, yes, I will say when I went through a period where I decided I was going to go back to my roots. He was very nice. He's very nice about everything.
Sure.
He's like, I've just gotten so used to you being. I'm like, okay, noted.
I got it.
I got it. I'll go back to my hair appointments. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Just like it's gonna be okay.
That brunette hair, it's fine. It's fine.
Could save me from being a part of uncomfortable life moments. I'll let you talk about that in 5
Brunette's
things.
fine, but that ain't no way to get you a Big
I'll
Ten
let you-
coach.
no.
If you're trying to get a Big Ten coach, that's the way you do it right there.
Which is odd because I think of Big Ten country as brunette country.
It might be brunette country.
Except now it has the LA school, so that really elevates its blondness.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Isn't that a wild story? We're going to
Yeah,
talk
I think
about
it's
it
the most
next.
interesting story. That's so sad. I was literally going to say, I think it's the most interesting story in the country right now.
Yeah.
And there's some pretty crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, like I'm joking about it and laughing about it, and I'm going to do that again here right after this break. But
course.
it's actually like sad.
Oh, it's
a
really
sad story. People's lives are wrecked and
Multiple.
families wrecked.
And so much information to still.
We don't even know
come
all
out.
of it yet,
No.
but we know enough to
This
know
is
that
a story
this is,
that's so big it will bleed into 2026. We live in a pretty short attention span culture, and I am pretty confident that we will be continuing to find out new information into the new year.
And we're also going to find out, I think, that Sherrone Moore is not going to be the only person that loses his job.
You think so?
Oh, it's going to be hard to survive this.
I thought the same. There's some people arguing on the other side of that, but I don't think it looks
Well,
good.
the reporting now, and I'll get you out of here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like the reporting now is that there was hints of this stuff dating back to the summer.
Hints of this, and also, according to one report, like 3 different instances of allegations that were brought up.
Yeah. And then it sounds like they did what they did, and then he crashed out hard.
He could have had another job easily.
But you can't do.
We have coaches and people and infidelity. Always hot in this country. But you can't break into someone's home. You can't stalk.
Stalking's bad.
Stalking is a word that kind of raises some red flags. Yeah.
Tough deal. But like I do, like for every minute I spend looking at him and going, come on, man. I then shift over here and I go, there's a woman and there's 3 kids and like this is ugly. This is ugly.
Yeah.
You know, this is never just about a football coach. It's football. The reason we know is because it's about a football coach. But there's like a lot of people who lives have been turned upside down and whose lives will never be the same.
Yeah.
Your lives will never be the same. Whatever your life might be going forward, good luck. But it will never be what it was.
I will say, because I was thinking about it from the standpoint of the young woman involved, and it's always hard for me to come to like one real conclusion on that person in this. We see this kind of case.
I don't
take
judge
away the
these
extra
people.
stuff. I don't either, because it's a position of power thing.
It's just
and as someone who was once a young woman in the sports industry,
Yeah.
I can't say what's the difference between me going home, well, one, I had a very clear partner at the time, and I would go home and we'd make fun of it.
Right.
Like if there was an advance or something happened, I'd feel so uncomfortable, and then I'd go home and laugh about it with someone who I loved and probably kept me out of stumbling into maybe an unwanted situation or a bad situation. So I can never really judge someone who's that early in their career in an industry that is the way this one is built to be.
That's right.
But I do think, like, stay off the internet.
Yeah.
You won't be the main story eventually.
Right.
Like, I think she can still overcome something, but right now you are one of the main characters online and you should stay off.
That's right. But like, yeah, to your, like, clearly I'm sure, I think 99% of the time when things like this go down, everybody involved ends up regretting it.
Yes.
Like what were we doing? This is stupid.
This was so stupid.
Yes. And it's very easy to like you're right. This woman, I saw somebody tweet or post or something, like every day there's a star of Twitter.
And you don't want to be it.
You never want to be it. And she was it. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to get my jokes off on her. I understand how
and then there was there was a conversation, because then you start getting just the wild, and this is the internet as it is, but whoever brought up this is on Sherrone Moore for hiring an attractive assistant, and we should never hire attractive women. I'm like, oh my God, what are we getting into? And then Des Bryant like stamped it.
Yeah, no, you saw
said,
people.
Oh, we're getting in real dangerous territory here.
And it's and mostly men saying that,
yes.
Like, hey, you got to be smarter, buddy.
Right.
But
God forbid you have the control.
Right. Like, yeah.
Or just not to be a weirdo.
It's a weird thing.
It's so weird.
It's a weird thing to say out loud, and yet I see women co-sign that sometimes.
I know.
You know?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I had to get offline yesterday. I was like, this is too frustrating to continue to read it.
I just think it's very easy to look at these people, all the characters involved, and be like, you guys are idiots and stupid and whatever. And but then you have to take a step back and realize this is what people do.
Yeah, they got swept up in something. One decision led to another decision, and now
that's how it happens.
And no one ever thought it would end
like this,
with Sherrone Moore being in custody and about to be arraigned later
even
today.
The way these things end, they don't end like this.
Like that?
No. even when these things end, like I could tell you, like turn the mics off. I got you want 10 stories about basketball coaches who've been wrapped up in this stuff? I got them for you. All right. But they
don't end like this.
You have to handle that at home, but it doesn't get handled in this sort of it's crazy. It's a crazy story. Crazy story. I don't know what else I'm gonna have to say about it. 5 more things.
Yeah,
but
you'll tell the people what's happening today.
I'll figure it out.
I'll be tuned in.
Oh, hey, I appreciate that. Go walk your dogs.
I'm gonna go take my car out of the really perfectly parked spot that I went into today, so that it would not interfere with your spot. You're welcome.
I'm parked perfectly as well.
That's great.
I appreciate when your car is there when I get here, because it allows my self-parking to work better. Otherwise, I don't know what parking spot I'm going in.
Oh.
I'm supposed to be in 2015, but without your car in 2014, I don't know which one's 2015 when I'm trying to teach my car how to park itself.
Oh, God, goodbye.
So when your car is there, it's helpful. It gives me guidance. Then I can tell my car, park right next to Jessica's car, and then I just do this.
I'm so proud.
Sit like this. But I want you to recognize.
You're not getting to be a better parker.
I want you to recognize my parking job when you get out there.
Okay.
And appreciate it.
I'll text Algeria Strong.
Text the Algeria Strong. Are we still for that?
Yeah. We're good.
Okay.
We're fine.
I feel like it got complicated.
Maybe, but like I'm back around. It's
okay, fine.
Yeah,
I'm for it too. Hey, you tell Chris Luther I'm proud of him.
I will.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you later.
Bye.
That's Jessica Benson. She's the host of the Jessica Benson Show, weekdays 8 a.m. Grind City Media. When we come back, I'm gonna think of some new stuff to say about Sherrone Moore. I promise. I can do this. Give me 2 minutes. I'll think of new stuff. Be back in a second.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball. But the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. A class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
There was millions and millions and millions of dollars thrown in your pocket before you knew what to do with it, right?
Yeah.
And so you lived it. I made foolish decisions.
I made all that.
I blew my money on cars and houses and all that kind of stuff.
I'm not going to let these kids do that.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that God has spared my life and changed my life to where I can actually show them my mistakes, show them the good things that I've done.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled. Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. That's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays in the evenings and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Former Michigan coach Sherrone Moore is expected to appear in court today after he was detained following an alleged assault 2 days ago, which happened, in the subsequent hours to him being terminated. Following a 9-3 season, he was not terminated because he lost to Ohio State. He was terminated because of what has been described as an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. We obviously talked about this yesterday, but I told you yesterday, we were in sort of one of those weird spots where the internet's got everything, but what is actually confirmed and reported is less than that. So we were sort of talking around a lot of stuff, but at this point, the 911 call has been published. Different aspects of the story have been confirmed. And Ben, and I don't want to steal your line, but you said during the break, it's an all-time crash out.
It's a historical crash out.
Woo!
Because you can survive this if it's just you're having an inappropriate relationship and obviously that you're going to lose your job, but like you can be in football again. You'll be fine. Not fine, but like
he was going to lose his job.
Yes.
His family life is his family life. I'll let them figure that out. That ain't none of my business.
Yep.
But they don't take you to jail for being a
cheater.
That's not against the law. But you can't break into somebody's apartment with a knife.
Allegedly,
because that is against the law. And that is allegedly what happened. If you're trying to walk through how that Wednesday went for Sherrone Moore, based on the reporting in this moment, this is how it went. The staff member who is allegedly involved in a relationship with him, confirmed the relationship to the athletic department. Reportedly, they had asked her and him about it before the season even started.
Right. This was something that had been a rumor for a long time.
Which, with the benefit of hindsight, you can see how it would become a rumor. These two people, when they work together, they don't just like show up at 9 o'clock and be like, "Hey, Derek," that's what we do. But when you work in this type of job, the hours are weird. The travel's weird. You find yourself on the road together, dinners together. At this point, I don't think we know how this relationship became this relationship, but I promise you, it started with a work function that a dinner was involved, and then it's, hey, you want to get one more? Let's get one more. And now here we are. All right. So there were hints about this for a while. She's worked there for a while. And honestly, this is where the administration is going to have to answer some tough questions. Everybody around your program heard whispers about this. So it's ridiculous to suggest you didn't. So what did you do about it? And what Michigan is saying is, well, we asked them, and they said there was nothing to it. And that's where it stopped. Is that where it stopped? So perhaps you just looked past it because they're denying it, and how am I going to prove it? But there's also a moment where her salary increases by 70% with no job change. She just went from making this to making this overnight, and it was a 70% increase. Bennett, you're a great worker, wonderful employee. We're lucky to have you here. Thanks. Have you ever in your life got a 70% raise?
No.
You don't get a 70% raise without changing jobs or without having another job that's coming after you. And so this job has to pay you to keep you from leaving. That's the only way you get a 70% raise. By all accounts, none of that was in play here. It was just like, hey, you're making X amount. What if I gave you a 70% raise? Shouldn't that be a red flag?
Yes.
You would think so. The special assistant, or whatever her technical title was, but that's the job, to the head coach, who's traveling with him all the time and just got a 70% raise, and people are whispering about what's going on there, and they're going to have to answer those questions. Another question they're going to have to answer, according to Nicole Auerbach, NBC Sports, who, by the way, is a Michigan alum. That's what's interesting about this. In terms of journalism schools, where the people you watch on TV and read, where did they go to school? It's often Syracuse, Missouri, Michigan. That's where, everybody I work with went to one of those schools. Nicole's a Michigan alum. Adam Schefter, Michigan alum. A lot of the people you see on TV talking about this stuff, they went to school there. They know people there. And so, according to Nicole, they had known that Sherrone Moore was dealing with mental health issues. He's, according to his wife, suicidal. That was one of the concerns on Wednesday. He might take his own life. Allegedly threatened that. Told the young woman, staff member, allegedly, but it was he was allegedly talking about a murder-suicide while wielding a knife. They knew he had been struggling, according to Nicole. And yet when they bring him in Wednesday to fire him, to terminate him, and this is crazy to me on a surface level, even if you don't know this stuff, they did it with no security and no HR rep, nobody. It was just Ward Manuel, the AD, and Sherrone Moore. And I know we're throwing around terms like crashed out, we're talking slang and stuff, but he was, by all accounts, unstable anyway. Because imagine all this stuff's going on in his life, and now there's reportedly an argument with the wife. So bad things happen to people all the time, but this is a lot of bad stuff to happen in a very short period of time. Your affair is exposed. Your wife is aware. You just lost your $16 million job contract. And you don't know where, like, it ain't hard for me to imagine how somebody can
spiral pretty quickly. Yeah.
And that's what happened, apparently. And based on the reporting, he went home. There was an argument with the wife. Then he went to the staff member's apartment. Imagine you're living in an apartment complex, and here's the Michigan coach breaking into an apartment with a knife. I mean, think about that for a second.
I know.
Think about if you lived in Oxford at an apartment complex, and 2 months ago, Lane Kiffin was breaking into an apartment with a knife.
Yeah.
This is what happened, allegedly. And now he's still in jail, awaiting arraignment. And at this point, you worry about not just like his career, you worry about him. Like, are you going to survive this?
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, according to the reporting, he was talking about maybe not wanting to.
Man, it is just the wildest story.
The wildest story.
It is the wildest story. I mean, like I told you yesterday, when it popped up, I thought it was, I had to make sure it wasn't fake.
Even when you hear stories about coaches being abruptly fired because of transgressions, whatever they are, you don't imagine it to unfold like this.
Right.
Like, coaches have been fired for off the court, off the field stuff. That's not unusual.
Right.
They usually just disappear. When's the last time you saw Greg Marshall?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like, Greg Marshall was just the coach at Wichita State, and then he just wasn't. And I don't think you've ever seen him again. I've never seen him again. I used to talk to Greg pretty regularly. I have no idea what he's doing right now. He just sort of disappeared. And I want to be clear, it wasn't anything like this. He just apparently did some stuff in practices with players, abusive stuff that you're not supposed to do, right? I don't want to conflate the stories.
Yeah.
But usually, like, when somebody loses their job, their big job, over stuff like whatever, it's just like, oh man, that's crazy. And then they just, like, Art Briles. Where's Art Briles? You don't know. You know? Whatever happened to Mike Price? You don't know. They just sort of disappear. This man lost his job and did something that landed him in jail. That might land him in jail. I mean, what happens if this gets, I mean, you can take it wherever you want to. I mean, I'm not a lawyer or a district attorney, but breaking into a house with a knife, at what point does that rise to the level of attempted murder?
Right.
You know? I mean, we don't know what the charges are going to be yet.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to find out.
I mean, it could be an assault charge,
right.
Sure. I mean, that's easy.
Right.
But, like, does it rise to the level of attempted murder? I don't want to be hyperbolic, but, like, you don't know where this thing is going. And how does he respond to it? Just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I just sit at my house a couple Saturdays ago, watched him coach against Ohio State. Seemed like everything was fine. Guess you never know. The wildest story.
It really is, man.
The wildest.
It really is. So, do we know when that's going to happen today by chance? I've been looking. That's what I was scrolling.
The last I'd seen was like at some point today. But that was I read a part of the delay. Like, they're trying to figure out exactly what are the charges going to be. And oh, by the way, like, the young woman, like, her dad works for the Bears, reportedly. Like, this is all like there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on.
I forgot about that little tidbit. Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on, man.
Can I give you some good news real quick?
What you got?
Oh, we do have some news, some good news.
Please.
Ja Morant has been upgraded to probable tonight.
Okay,
so we
let's
will
go.
see the debut or the return of Ja Morant tonight.
So we know two things for sure are going to happen today. Sherrone Moore is going to be arraigned, and Ja Morant's going to be in uniform. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm trying to combine those two things.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Hit your little stupid button.
Number 2.
Hey, Lane Kiffin's coming back to Ole Miss next season. You heard about that, right? So we've known that LSU was going to play at Ole Miss next season. We've known that for a while.
Yep.
And it became a talking point once Lane quit on a championship contender right in the middle of a championship run. First coach to ever do that. I thought he's going to be the last. but now they're talking about Kalen DeBoer might do it. We'll see. We'll see. So yesterday we get news, or this morning we get news of the actual date of the game. Bennett, are you interested on when Lane Kiffin's returning to Oxford, Mississippi?
Please tell me.
Oh, buddy, it's going to be September 19th. September 19th.
Okay, so early in the season.
Pretty early in the season.
Yeah, that's fine.
September 19th, LSU at Ole Miss, Vaught Hemingway Stadium. Lane Kiffin makes his return. Think about all the crazy returns to places you've ever seen in sports. I think in our adult life, LeBron going back to Cleveland for the first time.
Yep.
That was ugly.
Yep.
KD going back to Oklahoma City for the first time. That was ugly. I actually covered the game. I was there. Alabama at LSU. Nick Saban's first game as the Alabama coach, going back to Baton Rouge. I was at that game. Crazy. I don't think it's nutty to assume this might be the craziest scene we've had.
It could get wild.
Especially if it's night.
It could get wild.
Lane Kiffin back in Oxford after this. I mean, Nick Saban left LSU, but it was to go to the NFL.
Yes.
And he didn't quit in the middle of the season to do it, in the middle of a championship run. KD left Oklahoma City, but he didn't quit before game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals. He played out a season. He was a free agent. He decided to go somewhere else. Unpopular move, but he didn't leave you. He didn't peace out James Harden and Russell Westbrook and Serge Ibaka, whoever was still there at the time.
Right.
And be like, hey, you guys try to figure out the rest of the season on your own. I'm going to Golden State. LeBron, that was crushing to that city. Crushing. But he didn't leave you in the middle of anything. He left when it was over. Nobody's ever done this. And I think you're going to be reminded of that on September 19th. It'll be the craziest scene. It'll be one of the craziest scenes. Ooh, Chris Beard going back to Texas Tech. Google, do that one on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, when he left for Texas.
He left for Texas, went back.
I remember that one.
Because that's like leaving one school for its rival. So in some ways, it's similar to Ole Miss LSU. Because Texas Tech looks at Texas as its rival, but I bet you Texas doesn't
looks
really
down on them, right?
Right. So it's a little bit of the same thing. But he didn't leave them before the Sweet 16. He didn't be like, hey, we got a Sweet 16 game next week, but I'm out of here. You guys figure it out on your own. I'll send Charlie back to help you. We've never seen anything like this. And I don't think we've ever seen anything like what we're going to see on September 19th. I can't wait.
It'll be fun. That'll be a fun one.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I hope nobody gets hurt.
Number 3.
Thursday Night Football.
Yes.
Kyra, I apologize. I should have sent this to you earlier. I've been talking all day. If you can find the Al Michaels call from last night, find it and just tell me in my ear when you have it. But I'm sitting there watching Thursday Night Football. I've got Iowa State on TJ Otzelberger over Ben McCollum. Then that goes off. I say, okay, I'll put the NFL game on the big TV with the volume. I'll see if Big Bet Bennett can get him a win with Tampa Bay -5.5. You look good for a while.
Dude, that was so stupid. I mean, it was 28-14 at the start of the fourth quarter.
Bennett, I thought you had it. But then, whatever happens in a football game happens in a football game. And next thing you know, the Falcons have positioned themselves for what amounts to a buzzer beating, if you'll accept the basketball phrase. It's a at the horn game-winning field goal. And were you watching live?
Yes, I was. I sent you the video, Kyra. Yes, I was watching it live.
I had to do a quick Twitter search just to make sure, am I hearing this right?
Did the game really end?
Am I sometimes I get a little loose at night.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounded weird. But maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm just sitting here being weird. It's late at night.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just getting weird all by myself.
Yeah, no,
And so I do a Twitter search immediately just for Al. I just do Al Michaels. And there were 1 million people thinking the same thing I thought, which was, I've never heard a less enthusiastic call on a walk-off homer, walk-off field goal, walk-off three-pointer, anything in the history of sports. It was one of those moments where, and I think people have grabbed onto this since he's moved to Amazon Prime. Like, does he still want to be doing this? Like, is he still like, do you still love this the way?
You tell me.
I'm not even saying like that Gus Johnson is great, because people have different opinions about that.
Yeah.
But if Gus Johnson watched a game-winning field goal, you'd know it.
Yes.
Oh, you would know it. You might be like, calm down, man. It's just the Falcons. But you would know it. And Kevin Harlan, you would know it. And Kyra, I appreciate you working on the fly. Here's Al Michaels, game-winning field goal last night. Listen to this.
Gonzalez, Bradley Pinion to hold it. And the kick is just inside the left upright.
But that's the game!
Celebrating going on in Charlotte, North Carolina right now.
That felt like a second quarter field goal to make it like 9-7.
Panthers in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it felt like
I was watching it, and I'm telling you, I was like, is the game over? Like, I don't even know. I thought if he makes this, the game is over, but it doesn't. What am I missing?
It felt to me like he did not know that the game was over there.
I think
like maybe he thought there was going to be some seconds left on the clock, but even then, it would have been like 3 seconds. Like it's basically a game-winning field goal, regardless. Like, but it does in that moment when I was watching it and noticing that, I was like, he's got to think that there's like some time going to be left on the clock here, and that's why he did. Because usually, and it's good.
And the kick is up, and it's good. Atlanta wins on the run. Like, there's something. I mean, like, that's a GOAT. Who am I, right?
No, I know.
I feel a little silly even, like, talking about, so did you see Al Michaels? Like, Al Michaels could be like, hey, just shut up on your little stupid podcast, right?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. He's a GOAT, and I'm me, and you're you. But, like, that was weird. That was a weird call.
It was weird.
And it
weird game.
It underlines some of the things that people have been saying about him for a little while.
All
now.
season, people have been like, he hates it. Like, he's done with this. Yes. There's been so many calls like that this year that people are just like, Al is done. He's over it.
Well, it used to be that they would just, either by intention or happenstance, they'd just be bad games on Thursday night. And he's like, I'm Al Michaels sitting here calling this shit game.
Dude, like the most noticeable is when it's a game with a bunch of flags, he gets so mad. Like, I mean, it'll be like, and another flag, and another flag. Like, he gets so pissed off. That's how you know he's over it.
I know people, do it with different play-by-play guys or color commentators, like, oh, well, he went to school here, or he had money on this, or whatever. And I'm always like, nah, they're probably just calling the game. It's not what you think. That sounded like somebody who had the Bucs on a money line. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like he had the Bucs on a money line and didn't know how to deal with it in real time.
That's a bad loss for the Bucs. I
saw Baker. He looked sad.
Yeah, and he got hit a couple weeks ago and hurt his shoulder, and he like kind of hunched over, and he struggled a little bit since. I mean, he was okay last night, but he had a bad turnover in the fourth. That division, the NFC South, has always been so weird. Remember, we went on that long streak where it was like a different team that won it every year for like a decade, and the Bucs have like kind of grabbed a hold of that thing over the past couple of years with Baker and his rejuvenation, but now they've left it open. Like it's Panthers probably can go get it. So
he looks sad.
That was not good. That was not good for them.
It wasn't good for you either.
It was not, man. That
you're going through a little bit. Not like you ain't quite going through it like Sherrone Moore, but you're going through your own little stuff.
No, I'm on a really bad losing streak right now. We can call it like it is. It sucks.
We don't have to lie to each other.
Yeah,
we've been sitting here long enough. We don't have to lie to each other.
And I've experienced this kind of pain before, and hopefully I can get out of it before it gets too messy. But no, it's not good right now.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Though, got another shot coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you another shot coming up.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right, hit your little button.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Number 4.
Joe Burrow got everybody in Cincinnati upset.
Oh yeah, he don't want to play football anymore.
He says he might not want to play football anymore.
He's done.
He might be done.
I mean, they're not going anywhere. Like their season's over.
It looks like it. All right. And he was like, I don't know how much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not having fun. He's like, I'm not having fun, and I've got all the money in the world. This isn't exactly what he said, but this is what he said. I've got all the money in the world. This sport ain't good for your brain or your body, and I'm not enjoying it anymore. At some point, when all of those things are true, it's not good for your brain, it's not good for your body, and I'm not having fun, and I don't need to do this. There are people who wake up every day in America and all over the world, and they go to work because they have to, because you can't survive without that paycheck. You got a mortgage, you got a car note, you got kids, and whatever. I've got all the money I need for this life and several others. My job's not good for your brain. My job's not good for your body. And I'm not having fun doing it anymore. Why am I doing this?
I mean, this is exactly what happened with Andrew Luck.
Exactly.
It's the exact same thing. I mean, Andrew Luck was still a really good NFL quarterback who had dealt with injuries and was like, I'm beat up. I'm not going to do this to my body anymore.
So it's interesting you bring that up because Dan Orlovsky, because like this is the way sports work, I guess. Joe Burrow says that, and then everybody on TV talks about it for 2 days.
Yep.
And Adam Schefter was on TV yesterday and basically said, yes, that resonated throughout the league. Because people around the league aren't necessarily going, I guess Joe Burrow's about to be done playing football. They're aware that that's what he said, but what they're hearing is, I wonder if Joe Burrow would like to play football here.
Mm-hmm.
I know he says he's not having fun playing football, but I wonder if that's not having fun playing football in Cincinnati, where you're about to miss the playoffs. How many years in a row now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, too, is it could be I wonder if it's, you could also take that as kind of like a threat to their management. Yeah.
Well, this is the point Schefter made. Joe Burrow's a smart guy. And he is. Like, did you even see him talking about Lane Kiffin going to LSU?
Yeah.
He's just like.
He's a good quote.
He seems to actually think about what you're asking him and tries to talk to you like a real person as opposed to a professional athlete. Like, honestly, I could have talked to Jess about Cedric Howard. I don't know how we got off on all the other stuff, but like Cedric Howard, when I hear people talk to him and when I watch Jess talk to him, he seems like the type of person who's actually listening to what you're asking him and actually trying to talk to you about what you're trying to talk to him about. Not every athlete is good at that, but Cedric Howard is amazing at that.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is amazing at that. So they were asking him about Lane Kiffin and LSU, and he was like, so Ole Miss, are they in the playoff? He like wanted to know. He needed more information. He was like, is Ole Miss in the playoff? They were like, yeah. He's like, that's interesting. He was talking through it. So he says what he says, and then everybody starts to interpret it however they interpret it. But Adam Schefter's point was, Joe Burrow's a smart guy. He's not just talking to the media right there. He's talking to everybody. He's talking to Cincinnati's front office. He's talking to other people's front offices. He's talking to everybody, making sure they know, I don't know that this is good for me. And I'm not thrilled with how things are going. And apparently for every person that interpreted that as he might walk away from football, there was another person who interpreted it as he just wants to play football somewhere else. But Orlovsky made this point, that Andrew Luck, who you mentioned, retired from the Colts in 2018 after playing 86 games and getting sacked 174 times. Right now, Joe Burrow has played 13 fewer games in his career, but been sacked 29 more times.
And there's your threat to the management.
I'm tired of getting hit.
Yep.
So if I'm going to stay in Cincinnati, you got to stop me from getting hit.
Yep.
And if you can't do that, then I might walk away from this or go play somewhere else, but I'm tired of getting hit. A man in his prime walked away from this shit, and he was getting hit less than I am. All right? What do you think he does?
I think that was I stand on, and I know that he's a thoughtful guy and everything. That to me was just a way of saying, please fix this offensive line so we can try to win, get back to the Super Bowl next year, and I'm not taking 1 million sacks.
Yeah, I don't think he demands a trade.
Yeah.
I think he pushes them to get better in the ways that they need to be better.
Yes.
And then he'll give it a go. And then if it doesn't work, then maybe we get to a new place where he says, yo, man, this is, you get to the Giannis place where it's like, hey, I tried. But I'm looking around, man, and it ain't working. You got to get me somewhere else. Maybe we get there someday, but I don't think we're there now. I think he's just frustrated now.
Yes, I think so too. And they took a big loss. I think he's frustrated.
Yeah, that sounded like frustration.
Number 5.
Memphis, Louisville.
Let's go.
Set for tomorrow at the Yum Center. I put it in the Final 4 and 1 on the Ion College Basketball Podcast. We don't usually do ranked versus unranked 13-point spreads when we're picking games on the Ion College Basketball Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But as I told my colleague Matt Norlander, I was raised on the Metro Conference. And when Memphis and Louisville are playing for the first time in 8 years, it deserves our attention.
Yes, it absolutely does.
Norlander mentioned this, and I hadn't thought about it, but I think they should do it. I suspect that they will. I hope they will. You got to wear the Memphis State jerseys, don't you?
I would hope so.
You got to wear the Memphis State jerseys.
I would hope so. I think that would be really cool. You said it was 13?
13. KenPom projection is 13 points.
I got you. That's not surprising. I'm really excited about this game, man. I'm excited about. I just love having like a big game on the schedule that like really matters and can get the fan base fired up. And
like,
this is that.
Yeah, like it's. I don't know if I said this to you or Norlander. I talk a lot. I don't know who I'm talking to all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But just sort of this is a mid-afternoon game on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's no football.
I have real memories from my childhood of like playing indoor soccer out in Collierville or somewhere.
Yep.
And I have memories of like, can we get home in time? Because Memphis Louisville tips off at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a thing. And that was a thing in the 80s. We're now in the 2020s, and a lot has changed since then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the sense that, unfortunately, a lot of kids are living and dying with Tiger basketball right now, the way a lot of kids were, in the early 80s, mid 80s. So perhaps there'll be less of that tomorrow. But that is something that popped into my head. Like a Saturday afternoon game between Memphis and Louisville. Like that's a part of my childhood. That's a real thing that like I got excited about. So I don't know how this game's going to unfold. I have some thoughts, but just Memphis and Louisville on a basketball court, hopefully with the Memphis State jerseys on a Saturday afternoon in the winter. That's taking me back to my childhood.
It's interesting. Like when you just like type in Google, who is Louisville's biggest rival? Like obviously Kentucky's going to pop up, but Memphis is in there too. Those are the two that you see the most. And it's funny because neither are in their league, right? Like I'm trying to think of who is Louisville's biggest rivalry in the ACC.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, that is one of the byproducts of realignment.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet if you talk to Louisville fans, they'd probably say something like Duke but like it doesn't. Duke and Louisville don't matter to each other.
It doesn't resonate.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't resonate. And so I think, I mentioned to you yesterday, like I think this matters to their fans that they get a rivalry game back on the schedule.
Not their fans who are 20.
Sure.
But they're fans who are my age and even I think your age. Yep. Like this matters.
Yes, it matters to them too, just like it does to us. I love that it's going to be a 6-year thing. I hope that it's something that goes really well over these next 6 seasons and can turn into just an annual thing. I know they already do that with Kentucky, so we'll see. But it just makes so much sense, and I think it's cool that like it seems like the college basketball world's kind of embracing it and remembering it as such.
Yeah, like first off, Jason Munz has done a terrific job with a series this week, sort of detailing the Memphis-Louisville rivalry. Parth has had some wonderful stuff. DailyMemphian.com, like the beat writers have been terrific, sort of building this, reaching back and making sure people who maybe didn't live through it understand like this matters in a way that if you're young, you might not be able to appreciate. But I was tweeting about it the other night, really just sort of quote tweeting different quotes I saw from Andre Turner and Penny and whatever about this. And I did have Louisville fans. Because of my job, people are going to see what I tweet in different parts of the country. It won't just be Memphis fans. Like I'm going to have Louisville fans who follow me for college basketball that ain't got nothing to do with where I live or where I went to school or what I grew up caring about. So when I'm tweeting about this stuff, like they're roped into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a fun, I told you this yesterday. I sit there Wednesday night, I'm just having a good time. Like I don't interact with people very much on social media.
Yeah.
I tweet things and I see things, but I don't go back and forth with people too much. Maybe I should work on that. But I was having a blast because I imagine it was people around my age, and they were Louisville fans. And they were like, hey, man, it's cool to hear you talk about Purvis Ellison and LaBradford Smith and Milt Wagner. Let me hit you back with a Keith Lee and a Baskerville Holmes and an Andre Turner. And so you just know that in Louisville, there are people, as much as I'm like, Purvis Ellison ruined my childhood, they're like, man, Keith Lee was something.
Yeah.
There are people in Louisville who can't name a single Memphis basketball player right now. They don't know anything about Doug McDaniel. But, man, they know Baskerville Holmes.
Yeah.
They know Keith Lee. They know all of that. And so this is fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. I don't know if the game – we'll see how the game goes. But just the idea of Memphis and Louisville playing basketball on a Saturday afternoon makes me feel like I like to feel.
Me too. I'm excited about it, man.
2:30 tip. You'll be able to watch it on ESPN. Ken Pom projects it as a 13-point victory for the Cardinals. 86-73 is the projected final score. But, Bennett, that's why they play the games.
You're damn right it is.
Hey, this is why they play the games.
Yep.
All right. Be back with Carryout.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
One of 3 Grind City media rolls at Sticks Express in downtown Memphis. That, of course, is the Jessica Benson roll, or you could get the Chris Vernon roll, or my personal favorite, the Gary Parrish roll. A portion of the proceeds from the roll that sells the most is going to go to a charity of our choice. And if you order online with the code STICKS901, you can knock 10% off of your tab. That's code STICKS901. You can get 10% off your tab at Sticks in downtown Memphis. Sticks Express, fast, fresh, always a slam dunk. And don't forget, you can enjoy the Kiowa location too if you happen to be out east instead of downtown. Let's do GP's Carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Well, if you don't mind, I'll circle back to the Sherrone Moore story real quick. I saw in the chat, because we were talking about, Adam Schefter jumped on TV and said this. Nicole Auerbach jumped on TV and said that. And somebody pointed out that Schefter is like incredible newsbreaker, but kind of struggled yesterday talking about this. Did you see any of it?
I did, yeah.
He was getting beat up a little bit.
Because he's a Michigan guy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there's a relationship.
Of course.
there.
It sounded like there was either a relationship between Adam Schefter and Sherrone Moore or a relationship between Adam Schefter and Sherrone Moore's agent. I mean, I could...
Hey, man, I need you to...
I know when I
need you to, like...
It looked like... I say this with an immense amount of respect for Adam Schefter. He's terrific at breaking news. But it felt like he was a compromised guy talking on TV. Because he was like, well, the one thing we haven't heard, we need to wait and hear Sherrone Moore's side of the story. Like, bro.
He's in jail.
The reason
They don't just take people to jail for no reason.
Well, I mean, sometimes they do.
Okay, yes,
depending on how you look.
Point taken. Point taken.
Okay, sometimes they do, Bennett. I don't know if you've been following the news.
I have.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I understand your point, though. I understand the point you were trying to make. We're living in weird times right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do take people to jail for no reason.
Yeah.
Sometimes they take people out of the country for no reason.
But the head coach at Michigan...
That's another thing altogether, right?
Yeah.
That's another thing altogether. So I saw somebody make this because Schefter's like, we still haven't heard from Sherrone Moore. And people are like, yeah, because he's in jail, bro, because he allegedly put a knife to his neck and threatened to kill a woman. That's why we haven't heard from him. We would love to hear from him, but he's currently incarcerated for allegedly breaking into a woman's apartment with a knife. So maybe, I don't think he handled that well. Yeah. I don't think he handled. But man, he can sure tell you who's. Man, if you want to know if Phillip Rivers is going to play or not, that's the guy for you.
Yeah.
If you want to know whether Phillip Rivers is going to play or not, Adam Schefter's your guy. But if you want to get thoughtful analysis of the Sherrone Moore situation, perhaps look elsewhere.
Yeah, that's a tough story. Can I give you some good news?
I would love to have some good news.
And will you believe it?
I don't know, but I'll try.
It comes courtesy of our old friends, Grizzlies PR.
I doubt this is.
How about that?
I'm going to try to keep an open mind. Go ahead.
The Memphis Grizzlies have assigned Brandon Clark to the Memphis Hustle. Clark will be recalled to the Grizzlies following the Hustle's practice today. So Brandon Clark, BC, is practicing, and that's promising to me because you lose Zach Edey, but you potentially bring back a big who, need I remind people, once upon a time, we saw Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Brandon Clark in a starting lineup winning a playoff series. I'm just throwing that out there.
Bennett's throwing things out there.
I'm just throwing that out there.
It's fine. Throw things out there. Okay, Bennett. That is good news. Special shouts to @Grizzlies PR. I know they take a beating.
Yeah.
All right. But that's good news.
That is a positive development. You lose your best big or your center, your starting center, and bring back a guy who we have seen start at center for the Grizzlies and had a lot of success. So,
ooh, can I hit you with some bad news?
Oh God,
no, it's got nothing to do with the Grizzlies.
That's not okay. Thank God.
The Sherrone Moore charges just dropped.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm talking about it like it's a rap album.
Can you be a little more serious?
The Sherrone Moore charges just dropped.
All right.
Hey,
yes.
Sherrone Moore just dropped.
Okay.
Coach Moore just dropped.
No.
We got the charges.
Okay, what's up?
Oh, buddy, it doesn't look good. Home invasion in the 3rd degree.
I figured that might be one of them. I thought home invasion might be involved.
One day you're coaching against Ohio State. The next day you're home invading. Imagine invading a home. Why are you in jail right now, bro? I invaded a home. You invaded a home? Invading a home is crazy. You ever invaded a home?
No, not a home. No.
What have you invaded? What have you invaded?
Nothing.
Do you need a 3rd degree? Do you need a 3rd degree charge?
Definitely not someone's home. I've never done that.
What did you invaded a car?
No, I've never broken into a car.
Have you invaded? Have you ever invaded?
No comment.
Bennett is invade. You're an invader.
No comment.
Where did you invade?
Nothing.
The Oak Court Mall, probably.
No,
You invaded
no.
the Oak Court Mall. You're an invader. I don't think I've ever invaded. If I have, I don't recall.
One time, I don't even want to say because could I get in
I have
trouble?
invaded.
I'm scared to even say it.
Tell me about the time you invaded, and then I will tell you about the time I invaded if Memphis police promise not to come get me.
I feel like there's like a statute of limitations.
I feel like there should be. I'm going to tell you one time I invaded if you'll tell me one time you invaded.
I don't even know if I should say this. I'm
gonna
scared.
I'm going to button up and tell you about the time I invaded if you'll tell me about the time you invaded.
One time we... I don't even want to say it.
Tell me. You're not going to jail. It's too late.
One time I'm not saying which one, but one time we broke into the school and ran up and down the hallways.
Oh, man, that ain't nothing.
Is that nothing?
What school?
It's
White Station?
illegal. I don't want to say.
I do think it's illegal to break into a school. I do think it's illegal.
I don't want to say. I was a child. I was a youth.
I was
that wasn't the only thing, but that's the only one I'm saying.
Okay, you ready for this? I was in my 20s. I'm like a real grown adult.
Yeah.
All right. Like I'm working at the Commercial Appeal. All right. I'm like a real person with a real job. And we were out one night, and old buddy, we stayed out late. The type of staying out where the sun's coming up. I'm 100% sure I shouldn't tell this story, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. I feel like it's harmless at this point. We'll see. I guess we'll find out together.
Yeah.
So, sun's coming up, and my buddy used to play baseball at Christian Brothers High School.
Y'all broke into the baseball field and played a game.
We got into the batting cage. Like 7:30 on a Sunday morning. We were arguing about who was better at something. I think of the three of us, there were three of us. And of the three of us, I was clearly the worst baseball player of the three.
Yeah.
Like this guy was really good and this guy was really good.
Yeah.
And this guy pitched and this guy hit.
Yep.
And it sort of got into like, man, if I'd ever pitched against you and if I'd ever hit against you, and it was, and then throw in alcohol and all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, hey, well, let's go. Let's go then, right now.
Yeah.
Right now, let's go. Well, where are we going to go? Let's go to Christian Brothers.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's Sunday morning, 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And we're breaking into the school.
I've done that before, too. It was at a more prestigious stadium.
What'd you break into?
I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
You break into the Liberty Ball?
I don't want to say.
But I had this moment where after, you sober up, it's like, man, what if the cops
came?
And I'm like, the Commercial Appeal reporter
wasted at Christian Brothers.
Wasted at Christian Brothers. I mean, that's what we were.
You know what else we used to do? You remember the old VA hospital that they knocked down?
No.
That was downtown?
I guess.
We used to break into there all the time.
You're a real invader. I don't know why we're out here trying to get Sherrone Moore off the streets when we got you running around still.
I mean, it was abandoned.
I don't care. I mean, I broke into Christian Brothers High School. What do I care?
You know Crosstown?
Yeah, of course.
Well, it used to be the Sears, the old Sears building before we go in there all the time.
Ain't no telling how many joints you smoked in that place.
We went in there all the time.
I swear. I guess, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't judge Sherrone Moore.
Well, this was harmless. I mean, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody.
You weren't carrying a knife.
No.
I wasn't carrying a knife either.
I was just trying to have fun.
I was just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
I was trying to have fun. So, okay, no, we are going to judge Sherrone Moore. Anyway, he's been hit with a home invasion charge. Also a stalking charge. And breaking and entering. Or entering without breaking. They got it. They got him good. He's up against it.
Yeah.
I hope they don't have ring cameras there, because if so, he ain't gonna be able to. I bet them ring camera footage ain't gonna be great.
Probably everybody's got a ring camera. Dude, there's probably some footage.
Ring camera footage is wild.
I watch it every day.
Man, every once in a while I'll be out in my driveway and I'll be like, "You better act right," because the ring camera's right there.
It's watching you.
You better act right.
It's watching you.
I now have to act right in my driveway in ways that I didn't used to have to. I used to just get in my driveway. I'd do whatever I want to.
Yeah.
Now I know I have to act right in my driveway.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling. Yes or no, and then we'll move on.
Okay.
Will we get ring camera footage of Sherrone Moore?
Yeah, I would think so.
Apartment complex. Do you install your own ring camera at an apartment complex? I'm worried we're not. I'm worried we're not going to get ring camera footage. I would like to see it. If it exists, I would like to see it.
I would like to see it.
I like a good ring camera footage.
I do too.
All right. Hit your little button. We're running out of time.
Okay.
What's today's biggest game?
Okay. College basketball. I'm going to get you away from the NFL because you've been struggling with that. Let's go to college basketball. Texas at UConn tonight in Hartford. 7 o'clock tip. Fox 13. Big network game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Big network game. UConn minus 12.5. How you going to act?
12.
It's a big number.
12.5.
Big number, but it's UConn in Hartford. Stan Hurley.
I'm gonna go with the Huskies.
Lay the points.
That feels so. It feels like it's begging me to take Texas. That's the thing.
Do whatever you want.
It feels like it's begging me to take Texas.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I tried to tell you to take Nebraska 2 nights ago. You looked at me like I was an idiot.
Because you're saying 12.5?
Then Nebraska won by 30.
You're saying 12.5 is
UConn minus 12.5 is the number.
Because I'm seeing 14.5 some places. That's why I'm taking UConn.
Okay, you seen a bigger number.
Yeah.
I've got UConn 12.5.
I'm going UConn.
I'm giving you a good number then.
Yes.
UConn minus 12.5. Bennett's going to take it. Tip tonight, 7 o'clock.
What are we watching on TV?
I told you yesterday, and now it's real life. Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, the final show, is now streaming exclusively on Disney+.
Oh, there's so much good stuff out this weekend to stream.
What else?
Well, I still want to watch J. Kelly. That came out this week.
Sure.
Eras Tour. What's the big one that dropped that I'm drawing about? Oh, Knives Out 3, the Glass Onion.
I love those movies.
Yeah.
I think I love those movies.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
We can stream that now?
I believe that dropped on Netflix today.
Oh, wow. I got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, man.
Suddenly, my Friday's getting a little busy. Busier than I thought.
Yeah.
So, filmed at her last Vancouver show, the movie includes the Tortured Poets Department set, which is not in the original film, alongside a new docuseries, The End of an Era, that's also streaming now on Disney Plus and will have new episodes staggered weekly.
Okay.
So if you're one of those people that didn't like seeing Taylor Swift on TV, I got bad news. She's all over TV now.
Yes, she is.
She's going to be all over TV. You can stream it at Disney Plus.
What's the best thing we've read?
So over at CBSSports.com right now, we got a triple byline. This is when you know things are getting serious.
Okay.
We got a triple byline. Richard Johnson, Chris Hummer, Brandon Marcello, all on the Sherrone Moore situation. And they've got a quote in there from an agent. You know what the agent said? This was the worst kept secret in college football. Everybody knows. This is one of those things where, like, there are basketball stories like this that I could turn the mics off and I'd be like, well, you know the coach at so-and-so, he's da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
These things happen, and this was one that everybody knew about. It's interesting. One agent tells them, we all assumed throughout the year this was his last year, but then once the season ended and the signing day came and went, and they still didn't move on him, it was like, I guess they're just going to try to, what? And then boom, it blows up.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of those where if you were sitting around, if you were in Slack at ESPN college football, or Slack at CBS college football, or Slack at the Athletic college football, where everybody gets in there and talks about stuff, there's probably some conversations about, have you heard anything about the guy at Michigan? Anyway, you can find that. It's on the homepage, CBSSports.com.
What's going on this weekend?
Oh, man, it's going to be a big weekend. Grizz Jazz tonight, Memphis, Louisville tomorrow, full NFL schedule on Sunday. And then we're going to be back here on Monday to talk about it all. Can't wait.
Me either.
Enjoy your weekend.
Go Grizz.
Go Grizz. I'm going to try to enjoy mine. Let's meet back here Monday at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.